Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a rant video, but I really think that a lot of you guys are going to be able to relate to this. My God, is the FPS scene an absolute desert right now. And I know that a lot of other games are awesome. Like single-player games right now, they've been popping off for the past 6 or 7 years. But I'm talking this state of FPS games right now is just utterly dire. And there are a few key things that I'm going to bring up in this video that I think are consistent across this subject. So if you like the content, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know your thoughts on this video in particular. Maybe if you don't comment all the time, this might be the video to comment on, because I really do think that a lot of people feel what I'm going to express in this video. Over the past, I would say for me personally, 6 to 7 years, there has undoubtedly been a steep decline in not only the quality of FPS games, but also the variety of FPS games and just the creativity of FPS games. It just seems like every other week, another hero shooter is releasing. And just to make things clear, I am in no way, shape, or form saying that you can't play FPS games and have fun. Well, obviously you can. I'm just saying that in general, I feel as though there's just a lot of negative stuff going on in the FPS scene right now. Here is how I view the FPS scene through my eyes. We got Battlefield 2042. Battlefield in general is pretty much dead. Obviously, you have a bunch of people still split between all the different games, probably just having fun. But there's nothing new going on with the game, and it's essentially dead until the next Battlefield game releases. Then you have Call of Duty, which has been making the same game since Modern Warfare 2019, and they absolutely refuse to fix the core problems of their game, which is skill-based matchmaking and overpowered aim assist. So that franchise is essentially just over with, especially for mouse and keyboard players. Then you have XDefiant, which is just a painfully mediocre, boring hero shooter that attempts to sort of go at COD by fixing some of the most complained about things. And even though XDefiant is successful in actually doing some of that, the game has utterly failed to captivate me. I don't know what it is about it. I just simply don't care about the game at all. I have no drive to play XDefiant or boot the game up. And it isn't all bad. We obviously have Delta Force on the horizon, but on the horizon is the key phrase there because it just seems so close and yet slightly out of reach. Like, are we ever actually going to be able to play this game or what? And then, of course, we have all of these new games coming out following the trend, almost painfully so, such as Concord, Marvel Rivals, and even XDefiant to some extent, with the hero shooter nonsense. Every month, there's a new hero shooter. There's a playtest for a new hero shooter. There's an open beta for a new hero shooter. And it's getting to the point where some of these games are dying before they even release. Take Concord, for example. I made a video a couple days ago about the Concord playtest, and now Concord is in its open beta. And this is not a small game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a game backed by Sony Entertainment, alright? It has pretty high-profile developers, and the open beta right now is peaking at 2,300 players on Steam. And let me tell you something right now, if you want to laugh, go to my Concord video that I made, I'll link it in the description, and read the comment section. Not a single person cared about that game, and it's a brand new game that's going to be coming out for PlayStation and PC. So it is absolutely abundantly clear to me, and to a lot of other people, that almost everyone is fed up with this hero shooter cookie cutter repetitive nonsense. And from a totally different perspective, from my point of view as a content creator, there is almost nothing to make videos on right now. There's no news, XDefiant gameplay, nobody watches it, right? No one cares. There's nothing going on in Battlefield right now. There's not even any news to cover. Call of Duty, same thing. There's essentially nothing going on with the game. It's just waiting for Call of Duty Black Ops 6, which is going to have the exact same problem as Modern Warfare 2019 and Cold War and Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and World War 2, and throw in any other Call of Duty game that I might be forgetting since 2019. And then you look at the flip side at other games that are coming out, maybe games that I wouldn't play and still wouldn't play. A lot of them are just milsim games, and I understand that this is a personal preference, but you won't catch me dead playing a milsim game. You just won't. Like, I don't care. That's not what I play video games for. And another reason why I think a lot of people are sort of getting fed up with the current state of FPS games is there's just not the same variety, I feel like, that used to be available. I remember playing on my Xbox 360 as a kid, and there was Gears of War, and Halo, and Medal of Honor, and Call of Duty, and Battlefield, and all these separate other games that I'm probably totally forgetting about. Star Wars Battlefront 2, Team Fortress 2, Half-Life multiplayer, Counter-Strike, like all of these games. And they're all completely different from each other, yet they were all playable and actually successfully coexisting with each other. Nowadays, when you take a look at the scene, Halo is all but dead, which is just terrible for me to say. Like, it hurts me, because Halo multiplayer, as a mouse and keyboard player, with the way things are currently balanced, is just actually useless. You might as well just not even play it, and that's what seemingly a lot of people are doing. Then you go ahead and take a look at some of the long-standing titles that have been around and just simply refuse to die for whatever reason. You have Warzone, right? Battle Royale. Also aim assist infested. Also has skill-based matchmaking, right? You have Apex Legends. Skill-based matchmaking. Aim assist. Battle Royale. Then you have PUBG, right? That's a completely separate player base. And people are just playing that game because they're waiting for PUBG 2 to come out, and they sort of don't want to go play anything else because nothing else scratches the itch that PUBG does. So while I understand that there are some good things on the horizon that haven't been done in a very long time, i.e., a new Battlefield competitor in Delta Force, it really just seems like everyone is waiting around and playing whatever game they select to play until something new comes out for everyone to jump on. Everyone is waiting for something else to come out and go, this is cool, let's jump on this game. Everyone's sort of waiting for the new trend to happen. And the funniest part is, I don't even see a new trend forming. Like, what is the new trend for these games going to be? The developers and publishers for these games are not even trying to think out of the box. They are just simply looking at other games that have been successful and going, ooh, make another hero shooter. Ooh, make an extraction shooter. Ooh, make a battle royale. And you know what the funniest part about this is? Whenever I think about this and just the state of FPS, the solution that comes to mind, the thing that would fill the void, is if Battlefield or Delta Force actually popped off and came through and made a decent game. It is essentially up to them to fill the FPS void. It has not been satisfied in, well, let's say since Battlefield 1. That's a very long time. BF1 is like 7 or 8 years old at this point. And that is the last time we can confidently say we had at least a decent Battlefield title to play. Since then, it has been on a massive decline. And I say that Battlefield or Delta Force has to fill this void, not just because I play those games, but I think it would fill the void for potentially the entire FPS scene in general. I think everyone is clamoring for something like this to release. Because, like I stated multiple times previously, people are just tired of battle royales and hero shooters and Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking and all the other things, right? So, what game doesn't have all that? Battlefield. Literally Battlefield. And the sad part is, we still have over a year to wait before we even see the next Battlefield potentially, because they typically don't show things until about, I'd say, May, June, July area. That's when their first sort of teasers and trailers, and maybe there'll be leaks before that, but it's a long ways off, ladies and gentlemen. And the new stuff coming out is not doing too hot, as we can see with Concord. So, sorry the video was sort of just a vent video. Like, I really think that people are going to resonate with me on this video, though. I don't think it's just me. Let me know in the comment section if it isn't just me, and be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will be covering Delta Force in its entirety when that game comes out, because Delta Force really is the only game that has sparked any sort of interest in my soul in a very long time. Because from a distance and from talking to friends, it actually looks like a decent game, and from the people that I've spoken to that have actually played it, it is actually a decent game. In fact, some people that I talked to that have played the closed European technical test said it's better than BF5 and 2042 combined. So, hey, that's some big talk. We'll see if it fills it. I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you guys in the next one.